Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Neighborhood Conversations. This is your host, Templeton Sawyer, back live and square with our fifth episode. Hey, we at the Neighborhood Conversations welcome amazing people who are doing unique things. And today we're going to be highlighting youth, focusing on our amazing internship that's happening at Teamwork this summer. Every summer, Teamwork Cooperative has interns who are there to develop different skills, develop different knowledge, develop different expertise in order to prepare them into their career life, into their personal journey. But before we get into the conversation, I would like to welcome the amazing Hoon Choi as our co-host for this amazing episode. Hoon, what's going on, man? How are you?
Good, Templeton. It's been going very well. It's a beautiful day today, so I've been very uplifted all day. So that's good. But hey, thank you for having me back again. I was with Suzanne. That was a very fun experience. So I've told Templeton, I was like, hey, invite me anytime you want. I'll be happy to participate. And here we are. I'm glad to be back.
Oh, don't say those words. Invite me again to be a co. I'll continue doing that.
All
Like
right.
you're just one doors, couple doors down from me anyway.
We're neighbors. Yeah.
The neighbors. It's so good to have you home. Thank you so much for committing. And we have the amazing Kelley Trainor, who is from Cinefx. Woo, 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 woo. Go Cinefx. Kelley, what's going on? How are you?
I'm pretty good, I'm just interning and, hoping to enjoy the sunshine later
You
because
know,
why
yeah,
not?
yeah. It's hot.
Yeah,
It is really hot today.
I haven't even been outside all day, so I gotta get some rays in. But
Yeah,
yeah.
that's really nice. For those who will be listening to from our global audience, we are in Halifax, Nova Scotia. It is hot today. And yeah, that's how it be. At Teamwork Cooperative, we try to invite our interns to share their learnings and to share their passions of what they are doing. And it's so good that we have now a podcast where they can display this to the public and to share their learnings to people, to encourage other diverse young people to come to the space and to share what they're doing. And so, Kelley, I'll start off with the first question. Tell us about your amazing learnings that you've learned so far at Teamwork Cooperative.
Yeah. Yes, I've done a lot so far. I've definitely learned like a lot of business etiquette because like I've only had one other job previous to this one, so really like learning those like people skills, like communication skills, just like how you guys work, like just how teamwork like helps people.
Hmm.
Yeah, like that's pretty well a big sum up of what I've learned. Um, yeah, just like dealing with like different types of people, personalities, and yeah, it's been good.
Definitely. Yeah. No, as a previous intern myself, people may not realize it, but these business etiquettes and these communication skills and these like dealing with people, these are all tough skills that people must learn and people must grow. So yeah, it's very good that you were able to learn that, Kelley. So we're gonna move on to the
Yeah.
next question, Kelley. So as a youth employee participating in summer internships, in your opinion, why do you think youth employment is important?
I think it's really important because it kind of like sets you up for your future and like your job at after school, like it really like gives you those skills that you're going to need later on. Um, it's like it's a setup for sure, like for success. And yeah, I think that's like the main reason I think it's really important. I think like gaining those skills early on
Mhm.
is like really great for youth, and I definitely encourage it. Like I wouldn't encourage just like going right into like the workforce like right out of university without any skills, because you'll be really lost. And like that's like half of like working. Like
Yeah.
having those skills, like yes, like having like the knowledge of the job like is really great with university and all, but like really like having those hands-on skills
Yeah.
is like a really big part of it as well. So yeah, I think it's definitely really important and I recommend it.
Yeah, definitely. Skill development is very important. It helps you
Mhm.
to take on different challenges and takes on and to transfer. You know, at Teamwork Cooperative, we have our transferable skills workshop, which I lead, which is really good, and it teaches us the importance of communication and adaptability, which is one of the important skills. And I'm sure, Kelly, you've had to adapt into different age stages at Teamwork Cooperative where you were in reception and you're working on different projects and stuff like
Yes.
that. And so I'm pretty sure you enjoy, but you were engaged in different ways and in different settings for sure on how you
Yes.
develop different skills. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, definitely
So
a lot of different, yeah, sorry. Definitely
no,
a
no.
lot of different like things. Like I've been doing like so it's been testing all my skills that I already had for sure
Right.
and like really like expanding on them, like doing like little projects, like dealing with people, not dealing with people, like yeah, it's really definitely like caused a lot of growth for me for sure.
Yeah, and talking about growth, we need employees who accept young employees to continue to engage with them and stuff like that. So how can employers engage with hiring more youthful employers who will bring creative, energizing, challenging, positive, challenging things to the table? How do you encourage that? Yeah, engage.
Um, I really think like it's a good idea for employers to reach out to universities and like because that's like kind of the stage where students are like, I need to like learn, like I need to know like what it's like outside like school and like what the world will be like. So like I feel like a lot of like they'd be very successful with finding students, um, like getting them to like work with them and like learn from them type thing, like getting like a good like internship on the go, like if they could start those up. Like I really definitely think that like employers should look into that because you guys have definitely been like successful with that and like getting even like your some interns now that you've had in previous years like yourselves like you're now working like with teamwork. So you know I think it's like really great to just reach out to where students or like young people will be looking for a job, like you know like that stage in their life. So like universities definitely like if employers could try and partner up or you know just seek out people there, that'd be great. For
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
yeah, that's amazing.
I look forward to my family's security in the future. That's the main goal as a father.
The empowerment from changing careers has really just made me want to get out of bed in the morning.
I'm looking forward to growing my business. So I want to hire people like I was hired. I want to give guys that chance.
Il me fera plaisir de continuer à travailler avec les immigrants francophones en Nouvelle-Écosse.
I am looking forward to the financial freedom that I never had before.
Yeah, no, I really agree with what you're saying, Kelly. Like, I think if employers can hire more youth, it's really a win-win for both parties. Like, not only the youth can gather that experience that they'll be benefit off in the future, but these employers can, you know, use these young, diverse ideas and that they'll be able to gain from these youth employees and use that to their advantage. So, very good point. We're gonna move on to the next question, Kelly. So, what are your three main takeaways so far from your internship at Teamwork?
Definitely don't take things personally.
Mm-hmm.
um yeah, like having a lot of conversations with people, like sometimes people aren't so happy, aren't in a great mood, but like it's definitely a good skill to have of not taking things personally. um, because there's no point in getting down when it has nothing to do with you. Like you're just there to help and support the client. And yeah, so that's definitely like the most like the huge one. I think like another thing would be just like I've gained better communication skills from this internship for sure. I've always kind of been like a shy person. So I think like I've gotten a lot better at like just talking to people and communicating. Um, And the last thing I think would be like just having to deal with different types of people, like, and talking on the phone, like, you can kind of have that phone anxiety. um, like I definitely like have gotten over that, which is great. Like, um, calling people, like you're like, who am I calling? Like, who's on the other end? Like, you just don't know. Like, I think like that's like a big takeaway that I've gotten is like that skill of actually being able to like call someone or like pick up the phone. And yeah, like I definitely think that those are really great. Yeah, I think that's my three.
Awesome. That's some amazing takeaways, Kelley, and I really appreciate you talking about that. And yeah, not taking things personal for sure. Knowing that you're growing and you're taking on the challenge. And also be open-minded. And you are an open-minded individual that looks to different areas of growth for sure. Kelley, quotes are one of my favorites, and I know that a quote that I always try to go by is if your actions inspire others to do more, to dream more, to become more, then you're doing great leadership. And I live by that quote as we continue to move forward. So I want to ask you, do you have a favorite tip or a quote to share to the audience that continues to guide your footpath as you continue to move forward? Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna reiterate
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like the don't take things personally is
Mm-hmm.
really the big one for me. Like
Yeah.
I think that like that is my tip. That is
Yeah.
my tip for
Yeah.
anyone in the workforce. Like you really just gotta take things with a grain of salt. Yeah, that's my tip for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Taking things with a grain of salt. That's
Yes.
how you have
Yes,
to do it.
that's my quote.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
that's the
See,
quote. That's the quote.
I
You thought
did it.
you thought about it. That's great. That's great. Yeah.
Awesome. So, this is going to be the last question for you, Kelley. Thank you for sharing all your amazing experience and passion with teamwork thus far. So, if there would be one word that you could share with our listening audience to stay encouraged, what would that one word be?
I definitely would say patience. Like being patient is like a really great skill to have, or if you want to
Mhm.
call it a skill. I feel like when you're patient, like you'll get things done like more like easily, efficiently. Like I don't know, like you'll get there. Like you got to know that you'll get there.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I feel like, some people like struggle with patience and like can't feel like they're never gonna like get there, just like all that type of stuff.
Mhm.
Um, but I feel like being patient is the key to success
Yeah.
because yeah, don't you agree? Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
I agree.
definitely like I feel like a lot of people kind of lack it, like they really struggle with it. Like I mean, I do sometimes
Yeah.
as well, but I feel like you got to know that like you will achieve whatever you're going to achieve, or you will learn whatever you need to learn. Like you will get there. Like some like things just sometimes take time, and
Mhm.
Right.
Very good point.
Yeah. Yeah.
especially just like me coming like to this new internship and like having to figure things out and like learn a bunch of new things that like I've never done before. Like I really had to like just be patient with myself. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna like know how to do this right away. Like, yeah, it's gonna like, take me a few weeks to get used to things. Like it's really like knowing in the back of your head that yeah, I'll have this eventually. Like
Mhm.
it'll come to me. It'll be there. Like
Yeah.
you will
Mhm.
gain those skills and like you will be successful in the end. Like
That's
you
right.
have the potential.
Yeah. Totally. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Patience. I totally agree. Patience is key. As young people, as in our youthful self, we have to be patient with the process, trusting the process, and knowing that um we have to grow, and it takes time. It takes a whole growth step. And that patience level will help with all of that ability to grow and to learn new things and be open. Hoon, I wanted to also ask you, what's your word that you would want to send off to people as well, to encourage them as they continue to move forward?
I think mine does kind of align with Kelly's word of being patient, but I guess it would be optimistic. So as
Mm,
kind of like as cheesy as that would sound, I personally ran into many problems when applying for jobs, making resumes, making cover letters, going through interviews. Like all these processes are extremely stressful and can take a huge toll on someone, and as it has done to me too. But just stay optimistic. Like if you're getting done, if you're getting stuff done, and if you're on the right track, like what Kelly said, some things will take some time. So just be patient, be optimistic, and just continue on being yourself. And things will just come to you, and success will come to you as well. Yeah.
that's awesome. Being optimistic. That's really good. Success will come to you. Know
Yeah.
that you don't have to stress. It'll come. It'll work its magic. Just
Hard
continue to work hard. Continue to
hard work will
push.
pay off.
Yeah, yeah. And I
Yeah.
and I
All
totally
the
agree.
cheesy quotes.
All
All
the
the
cheesy
cheesy
quotes. All the
quotes.
cheesy. Yeah,
But
but
like
I agree.
they're true. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is true. It
Extremely
is true.
true.
But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, my word is mindset. It's the mindset
hmm
that
Yeah.
keeps us to be patient. It's the mindset that keeps us to be optimistic. And so the mind it is controlling to where you want it to go. And so I encourage you to allow the mindset to be in all not all. Sometimes it's hard for it to be positive all the time, but
Yeah.
allowing it to direct itself into a way where it's going to help you grow. It's going to help you develop. It's going to help you be the person that you design that you want to be and stuff
hmm
like that. This is an amazing conversation. I think that it's always good to encourage young people. It's always good to have us as young people encouraging our peers because it encourages them to move forward. And this is the
hmm
reason why we invite people into the neighborhood conversation to be a part of this conversation, to share the real struggle, to share the real tips, only based on experiences. That's all we want. That we don't we care about we care about the research, we care about the data, but at the end of
hmm
the day, we want to touch, we want that touching feeling that brings more awareness to help people within other communities develop their experiences and develop their mindset and patience to their personal way. It's been really good having both you, Hoon, and both you, Kelly, as our guests today. I really appreciate your words of advice and your words of encouragement to help other people at Teamwork to stay encouraged and other future interns to be encouraged as they come in the future years, the future summers to come. This is your last month. Well, next month is your last month with us. And I want
yeah.
to say thank you so much for the hard work that you're doing at Teamwork Cooperative. We see you. We know that you're doing amazing. And we appreciate you being a part of our team because you are a part of the team now. Once you're at Teamwork, you are always a team
Forever
member,
teamwork. Yeah.
forever a Teamwork member.
Yay.
Yeah, woo-hoo. And so we appreciate having you a part of the team, and you bring lots of values. At the Neighborhood Conversations, we have so much conversation where we invite young people, people in general, diverse conversations to the table. And this conversation is just one part as where we will go. This is our fifth episode. We're on to many more where we'll have amazing people to the topics. And hey, stay tuned to the amazing different co-hosts, the amazing different guests that will bring onto the platform. Until next time, this is your host, Templeton Sawyer. Have a great evening, everyone.
Bye.
This podcast is funded by the Government of Nova Scotia.